Module 32, we're going to take a look at 7th chords, specifically G7, D7, and C7. Seventh chords have a different flavor than our major chords and minor chords. So far, we've had 3 notes in a chord. 7th chords have 4 notes in a chord, and this is really cool. If you write out a scale, the notes that we're picking every other note. So our G major chord had the notes G, B, D. So if you write out all the notes, G, A, B, C, D, G, B, D, the first, the third, and the 5th note. So here we have the G7 chord, and if we wrote out all of our notes, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, right? So we go G, A, B, C, D, F, the first, the third, the 5th, and the 7th note. So that's how it gets its name, the 7th chord. So let's take a look at the G7. What we're going to do, take your first finger on the first fret of the first string, skip the next couple. We're going to put our second finger on the 2nd fret of the 5th string and third finger on the 3rd fret of the 3rd string. I'm sorry, the 6th string. So we have the notes G, B, D, and F. So really the G7 chord is like a big C chord, because if we have C that we're comfortable with, we're just going to move your first finger down a string, second finger up a string, and third finger up a string. Let's try exercise 32.1, where we just have the G7 chord, just a G with a number 7 written right beside it, and our rhythm is 1, 2, and 3, 4, and. Let's give it a try. 2, ready, go. Repeat. So the D7 chord. Our D major chord had the notes D, F sharp, and A. Our D7 chord has the notes D, F sharp, A, C. Okay? To play the D7 chord, you're going to take your first finger, first fret, 2nd string, second finger, 2nd fret of the 3rd string, third finger, 2nd fret of the 1st string. So we have D, F sharp, A, C. We have a low A note ringing out here too. We want to mute the low E string. Let's go ahead and play exercise 32.2 with the rhythm 1, 2, and 4. Let's try it. 2, and 4. The C7 chord. Our C major chord has the notes C, E, G, but our C7 has C, E, G, B flat. Like that. So all you're going to do, you're going to play your normal C chord, and you're going to add your pinky on the 3rd fret of the 3rd string, which is your B flat note. So let's play exercise 32.3, and we have the rhythm 1 and 2, 3 and 4. And 2, 3, and go. Repeat. Now, let's take a look at exercise 32.4, 5, and 6, where we see these seventh chords in action. The seventh chord, placed at a certain spot in the chord progression, sounds really cool whenever changing chords. So these next three exercises look a little bit different because we have 4 measures that repeat and then 1 measure afterwards. So here's what we're going to do. We'll play the first 4 measures, repeat, play those 4 measures again, and then end on a single strum, whole note strum on the last measure. So let's play 32.4 together. 2 and 3, go and. Repeat. End. 2, 3, 4. 32.5, same structure as the exercise before. Going to repeat it once. At the repeat, play those 4 measures again and end on a single whole note strum on the G. Let's try it. 32.5. 2, ready, and go. And the last one, starting on the F chord, just 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Let's give it a try. And 2 and ready and go and. Get comfortable with your 7th chords and your new chord changes. We'll see you in the next module.